It's the R&B Show, the podcast dedicated to prep sports in the USA Today Network, Wisconsin area, and beyond. Featuring Ricardo Arguello.
Every time I come in the kitchen, you're in the kitchen, eating up all the food.
And Brett Christopherson.
This guy threw at his own kid in a father-son game.
Produced by Jim Rosendick.
The once great chef, now a study in muffishness.
And Trent Tetzloff.
Oh, you can count. Good for you.
And you can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot.
And now, the best dang prep sports duo in Wisconsin. Here's Ricardo and Brett.
Oh, yes. We're back after a little bit of a week hiatus. Here on the R&B Show, episode number 20 of our second season, only podcast dedicated to high school sports in the Fox Valley, as well as sports and beyond. I'm your co-host, Ricardo Arguello. Alongside with me, as always, is Brett Christopherson. We have Jim Rosendick and Trent Tetzloff. Trent, for the final time, it appears. Wow. We'll talk more about that in a second here on the R&B Show. But, yeah, I want to welcome everyone back. It's been a week on vacation. But you know what? Yeah, let's start about Trent. Your final show. Why, Trent? What's going on? Why are you leaving us, Trent? I have abandonment issues.
Yeah, so just earlier or late last week, I should say, I accepted a position with Jewelers Mutual Insurance Group in Neenah. So my last day here will be next Wednesday. I'll be doing marketing and communications for them. So kind of a position I really couldn't turn down. Loved my time here and loved hanging out with you guys on the podcast. So yeah, just a great opportunity for me. So
are you available for like a per show basis to help out with Clubhouse Live this next season?
Oh yeah. I'll be there. I don't know if I'll be.
Well, if you're there, you're working.
Yeah,
you're working.
That's right. We'll put you to work.
We'll feed them cheese.
You have to pay me in straight cash.
Pizza and beer.
Cheese curds and yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Cheese curds,
cheese
chicken
curds,
strips,
and a nice ice cold soda. I don't think we can say beer on the podcast.
Yeah. We can't say beer.
You just did.
Well, it's a high
we
school
can say
podcast.
beer.
We can't say beer on the high school podcast, apparently.
I don't
How
know.
about cerveza? Can I say
There we go. Yeah.
Soda.
Okay.
If you're
Kool-Aid.
cerveceros, well, they can't say beer. Can you say brewers? Because that's, they brew beer.
Daddy's Kool-Aid. I'd call it Daddy's Kool-Aid.
So next week is your last week. Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday will be my last day.
Wow.
So
I hate to see you leave.
Yeah, man, me too.
Yep.
It's
Don't like it.
tough.
I must say, I'm going to give you the ultimate compliment in that you're just a good guy.
You're good.
You are.
You don't come in like you know everything, like some of these youngsters,
Easy,
these young
old
whippersnappers think they do.
Easy, old
You
man.
came in here, you showed respect to the elders, you learned, you worked hard, and you did good stuff.
It's very important to Brett, by the way.
It is. Show respect. When I came in as a young whippersnapper, I completely respected the veterans that were here. I kept my nose down, and I kept
what about
my
you,
mouth
Ricardo?
shut.
Well, for Brett, that was a different time. We're talking about the 50s there.
Hey,
so
easy.
too.
No, it was 03, 2003.
I would say I was full of myself, like I am now.
Was
yeah, exactly like I am now. So I don't know. Maybe I was a little. Maybe I irked Brett too when I came here.
No,
thinking I knew
actually, you
everything.
never did.
Oh, really?
No,
Not that
I never thought you were like that.
Oh, I was a little cocky.
Yeah, but it's harmless.
Yeah, but I wasn't no young whippersnapper, though, when I got here. I was, 30, 31? So
You were
I
a
wasn't
seasoned
exactly,
vet.
Yeah, I was coming off an editor job, so maybe I was a little full of myself.
I was 30 as well. That's pretty young still.
Yeah. So
kind of how it used to be. You kind of
easy
take steps.
Easy,
right?
Brett.
Okay,
Easy. Okay, but Trent, we are going to miss you, my friend. It's been great having you here, and I think you've been a great addition to the show. We're going to miss you. But saying that, next week, get him off our intro. Get him off our intro, Rosie. I'm a little upset. I'm taking this hard. I'm like a spurned lover here.
You guys will have to find a replacement to add to the fearsome foursome.
Oh no!
Now we're back.
Back to
the terrible trio.
Terrific threesome.
Yeah, triple threat or something like that. Who knows?
Three amigos actually is what I used to call it. So
Three Musketeers.
But yeah, we do. Trent, congratulations again, and
Thank you.
we wish you all the best of luck. We know you'll do well because you did well here, so we have full confidence in that. But hey, we did allow you to have our fantasy draft. I guess topic.
Yes,
so we'll
sir.
talk about that in a little bit because that's what's coming up later here, or to end our R&B podcast here for this show.
Oh, and
couple things.
Wendy Reed said, "Good luck, Trent."
Yeah, we love Wendy. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you for
Wendy.
tuning in. Now, we're going to do a couple topics. First off, we're back from vacation. We're going to do a little bit of wrap up of the NCAA just because it had some local ties here, Brett. So we'll
Brought
talk
a
about
tear to
that.
my eye.
And then we're expecting – it's not exactly going to be Snowmageddon tonight. No. The weather forecasters were exaggerating just a bit. It's supposed to be a little less than that, but it's still going to affect our spring sports. And guess what, Brett? It's Wisconsin. It's Mid-April. It doesn't know. It's so schizophrenic. It doesn't understand what season it's supposed to be here.
Since when do we get big snowstorms in April?
Since last year, apparently.
I mean, man, it's happened. I took the same trip last year, and we'll talk about that in a second, as I did this year, and I'm thinking we're out of the woods.
Yeah.
And no can do.
Let me ask you this question. Well, actually, I'm going to ask this question for you guys all to ponder in a little bit. Why does the all-knowing and loving God hate us here in the Dairyland? That's what I want to know. Why does the Lord hate us, Brett?
I don't know.
So you admit that the Lord hates us. So
I'm just like almost in tears for the weather too, especially the weather.
He and Mother Nature are in cahoots. That's just what I'm saying.
You and
right
I
now.
both, I think, were enjoying pretty nice weather last week.
Oh yeah, it was fantastic in Tampa.
But my big question is, yeah, we're not going to get the 2 feet we did last year, but it's still going to be messy and sloppy enough where I'm wondering with the next handful of days, I think things are going to be probably canceled.
And we have our
my son has a big track meet on Saturday.
I think it'll be fine by Saturday.
I don't know. It's supposed to be still rainy and slushy and sloppy through Friday.
Why do you have to work concessions?
Well, I have to work. I don't mind working it, but I don't know if I want to stand out in sloppy, wet,
there we go.
Windy,
now it
cold.
Comes out.
I went golfing this weekend, and it was still even pretty wet on the course. I can't even imagine what it's going to be like on the fields. Still.
Where'd you go?
Winnegamie.
Okay.
Out on the west side of town there.
Okay. Yep. And you're seeing some of the forecasts. So some up to about 5 inches of snow still for us. I mean, that's
pretty significant.
It's going to be wet and slushy. And
wet and heavy, which means that's take a toll on my back as I shovel that out.
Don't talk to me about backs right now.
Yeah.
By the way, I for the first time ever in my life, I have visited the chiropractor.
Yeah, and did it work?
And I just had my second visit earlier this morning.
Crack
and
you up?
It's working, surprisingly. Let's talk about our vacation. So I was in Arizona, Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Beautiful town right along the Colorado River. You can see California on the other side. And my wife's parents spent about a month and a half down there. And it's just the third time we've been there back-to-back years. And took my wife, my youngest, my oldest, and his wife. It was a nice little getaway.
That's a full brood right there.
Mid-80s, sunny the entire time. However,
here we go. Always something with this guy.
It's much as I wanted to so enjoy the trip, my back kept getting worse and worse. And I have had back issues. I think you guys know that. And I've had a bad back since February. I think when the snow started, I must have done something.
Fairly common among older gentlemen.
It hasn't gotten better, and it just got to the point where I took a shower down there, and when I looked at myself in the mirror, I was crooked.
Oh no!
My torso was crooked. I mean, it was like noticeable. I'm like, so then I'm looking at all these YouTube videos, like how can I? And I think I made it worse trying to do some of the exercises.
Adjusting? Are you kidding me? Oh, you don't want to do that.
So by the end of the trip, so we landed in Las Vegas on Sunday, and then left for it was Friday night. We got back into Milwaukee, so it was Monday through Friday. We were there basically. By the end of the trip, I was just miserable as far as pain, and on top of that, I caught a chest cold. So I'm coughing, and do you want to know how a sore back feels when you're coughing? Excruciating.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And so that wasn't helping matters either. So I got to the point I wasn't feeling well. I was laying in bed. It's gorgeous weather outside. I was laying in bed, miserable, coughing, trying not to cough. My back is sore. My wife was like, well, Brett, just come outside. And I'm like, at that point, I hate to say it because I love being in Arizona. I just wanted to get home.
Oh, wow.
I was going to say, having a great time on vacation.
It was miserable. Hard to sleep.
Oh, I feel for you. But let me tell you something. I actually have a backstory here for you because I actually tweaked my back when I was down on Tampa, in the city of Tampa. They have a beautiful river walk down there by the stadium where the hockey team plays, the Lightning Bolts or whatever they are, Tampa Bay Lightning. And I was walking down there with my girlfriend, and we were roughhousing a little bit, just kind of as couples do. Let's just say there was some chasing around going on, and I must have accidentally lurched one way too much because I got a little bit of a tweak in my back. I immediately thought, oh no, don't let this be. Because sometimes when people have bad backs, there's always like a point where it happens, right?
Yep.
I've never been the same ever since I did this. Anyway, I was walking like a feeble, hobbled old man, and she did some like rubbing on it really, really hard, and that actually helped. I don't know if that's what the chiropractor did, other than adjusting. Was there like a deep tissue massage or anything like that?
No, they hooked me up to like it's like electrical type stuff, stimulation. The pad,
Okay.
Put 4 pads on my lower back, and then wrap me in heat, and then put some biofreeze on me as well, along with I've already gone from this, those who are watching, to more like that. So I'm still a little crooked, but it was like this, and I'm like, oh my gosh,
7 degrees to back to 0. So
go ahead.
You should keep going to the chiropractor.
Yeah,
it's only good things, because honestly, one of my friends is going to chiropractic school out in California, and every time I visit him, he's adjusted me, and it makes my back feel so much better, and my neck, which I always have issues with.
I went Monday. I scheduled an appointment while I was in Arizona at a local chiropractor, and they called me up. The funny thing is, they called me up 5 o'clock in the morning Arizona time. It was 7 o'clock here. Needless to say, I didn't answer the phone when it was buzzing. I kind of woke up and I was like, I know who it was, but it's too early. So I went Monday, and right away Monday I felt better.
Okay.
And
see, normally I think they're quacks, chiropractors, but it's the real deal. Okay.
We were referred to a very reputable place, very good place. They took an X-ray of my spine too. That's what I was really nervous about.
Oh boy.
Like, what are they going to see in here? Because I've had on and off back issues for years. And I thought they're going to say, well, you're probably going to need back surgery. You know,
you don't want that.
Your disc is this, or everything looked really good, other than one of my L4 vertebrae, the I don't know what it is in between, the kind of like the shock absorbers in between the vertebrae was not as thick as the other ones were at the top of my back. But that wasn't a big deal. She said, looks a lot better than maybe what we thought we would see. So I was like very relieved.
They're just making up names. That sounds like a planet off
I was
of
very
Star
relieved.
Wars
but
or
then
something.
I went this morning. Yeah. Then I went this morning, and it's sore, but it doesn't hurt like it did. And she said that's normal because your muscles, because they had kind of adjusted to your crookedness, now you're trying to readjust them back. So I have to go a handful of more times. She gave me some stretches. She gave me some strength training stuff. So I think I'm on the mend. The big thing was I didn't want to miss bike riding. Bike riding season is here, I think, and I love riding my bike. And of course, trying to ride it crooked with a painful lower back is just not going to work.
Let me connect this to the importance of strength training. Now, when I was younger, I did a lot of powerlifting. I did a lot of strengthening of my back, so I never really had back issues. And so, by the way, after I tweaked my back a little bit, it was at an intersection because we were walking around. It was right in front of the Tampa Times, actually, where she was actually like giving me her knuckles like into my lower back, which really seemed to work. I haven't had any issues since. So I attribute that to all those deadlifts I had to do back in the day and all that kind of stuff, because buying hand that, because I think that stuff is lingers and it makes you feel older than what you are. So give a shout out to powerlifting and any kind of strength core training, because
powerlifters everywhere.
Because I've been a man of of varying carriage in terms of weight and all that stuff, but the back has never been a problem actually. I find that shocking.
No back issues for you, Rosie?
No, there's been a few times I was working under my car when I was early in college, and all I did was get up from underneath the car, stood straight up, and my back went out. Boom. I could hardly walk, do anything. And then I went to the chiropractor the next day, and she just twisted that and pushed on this and turned that, and I was fine.
New man.
Yeah. But, that was the only time. And when people say, oh, yeah, you throw your back. Oh, no, there's another time, too. This was a really strenuous time. I can see why I threw my back out. I bent over to pick up a golf ball on the course.
Yeah, right. That's sometimes how it happens.
That's what I'm talking about. It happens in the most inane ways. Like it shouldn't happen. Like I told you, we were just kind of chasing each other, like just like normal tomfoolery. That's how I tweaked it. I was like, I kept thinking like, oh no, please don't let this be what triggers my back problems for the rest of my life or something so stupid. Yeah, but so I was walking around like an 80-year-old man there for about an hour.
And what was a downside or downer about the trip as far as travel is there's a 2-hour ride from Havasu to Las Vegas in the car.
Ouch.
A 3-hour plane ride.
Were you driving?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we flew into Milwaukee, and so then I had another 2-hour ride back. So when you're traveling, all you're doing is sitting, and that's not good when you need to stretch the back out a little bit.
Did you get up a little bit around the plane?
Couldn't. I was jammed in. Usually my son and I were able to usually save a seat in between us, but it was a full flight back
I hate
Milwaukee,
those.
so a guy had to kind of crunch me in the middle seat.
How come you always got to sit next to the guy who doesn't wear deodorant or something?
Yeah,
Do you ever notice that? Do you ever notice when you're on a plane, you're always next?
I'm just going to say this guy was a little different.
Okay.
A little different. His tongue was out quite a bit. I don't know what was going on.
Now,
with
he
that.
wasn't talking to you all flight, was he?
No, he
I
was
hate those
watching.
guys too.
We fly in airlines where you can actually watch TV through their Wi-Fi. So
okay, well, that's
cool
good.
thing was going down. I watched the one of the Elite Eight games.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
awesome.
makes time for
I've
that.
been next to a person on a flight before that was flossing their teeth
Whoa.
next to me with one of those, those
Yeah.
flossing picks with the.
Yes,
the flossers, yeah.
What in the world? That is disgusting.
That's disgusting. Yeah, that's
We talk a little sports here before.
Yes.
We wrap
Yeah.
up?
Well, here's the thing. We want to talk about the tournament just real quick because I know you were happy, very, very happy to see your man Tony Bennett win.
Tears of
Virginia.
joy
Tainted
on Monday
title.
night. It
Tainted
is
title.
not.
Never should have been in the championship game. Should have called that double dribble. Horrible. Terrible. And I think there should be an asterisk next to
No.
that championship.
Then they should have called the foul right
No.
before the double dribble.
No.
You mean the picture I showed where he had a fistful of jersey where he was trying to foul?
That's
He
not
was
taken
trying to foul.
taken in context. I
Yes,
think
it was.
you could have missed that, but the double dribble that was
Maybe-
right off his foot, you couldn't miss that.
Maybe that caused the ball to go off his foot, and he got a little
absolutely
off
not.
balance.
It's a tainted
It did
title.
too.
Tainted title. Bruce Pearl,
No.
former coach of UW Milwaukee. I have all the love in the world for him. I know he's a little bit of a slime ball, but he's my slime ball, and he should have been there. They should have won the title, and I think there should be an asterisk next to Virginia's NCAA
please.
championship.
Then you're gonna have to put
I'm gonna
asterisks
petition the
next to tons of
NCAA
champions.
to have that done. So there, I got that off my chest.
Missed calls happen all the time.
Didn't Bruce Pearl sort of dismiss that missed call?
Yeah,
I thought I read something about that.
And the thing of it was, when it happened live, I didn't really notice it. I didn't
either.
see anybody in Auburn jumping up and down. I didn't hear it. Only was when Gene Steratore even said he kind of missed it in real time until he went back and looked at it.
Yeah,
that's the rules official. It happens.
No,
just like they missed. He was trying because they had fouls to give. He was trying to foul. Fistful of jersey. You call that? Then that is moot.
No. And Mikowski was over the line. I don't care what
Stop
anyone
it.
says. And Des Bryant made that catch. I don't care.
By the way, Kyle Guy was
What is
fouled
the
on the
catch?
3-point shot.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
Did I debate that?
No,
I did not debate that.
So Virginia wins it fair and square.
No, they didn't win it fair and square. It should have been over. It should have been over.
That championship game, I thought it was supposed to be a defensive battle. That was some good offense being played on both sides. That was a heck of a battle. So happy for Dick Bennett and seeing him and his wife Ann hugging, and Tony, of course, being a local legend at UW Green Bay Preble. I grew up in Stevens Point.
Those would have been great stories, by the way.
He was.
They would have been great stories.
He was there. We went to junior high together. He wouldn't know me from Adam, of course, but we were different ages. But I'm just happy. I think he's. Given all the when you put college basketball in context, you see some of the negative crap that's gone on in recent years. Tony Bennett, a breath of fresh air and a really good representative for the game.
Hey, are you trying to tell me that Bruce Pearl isn't Tony Bennett?
I'm just saying that Bruce Pearl has some baggage, but he is an excellent coach.
No.
There's no denying that.
Let me tell you, I love Tony. Well, first of all, I do love Tony Bennett. I kid aside, great coach, fantastic guy. I love the Bennetts totally. Dick, Jack, and Tony and everybody. But and actually, Kathy
won a title at UW
She did
Oshkosh.
at UW Oshkosh. Bruce Pearl. Let me tell you a quick story about Bruce Pearl. When I was at UW Milwaukee finishing up my degree, he was there when he was taking them to the Sweet 16 and stuff. Okay, there's a bit of a used car salesman with him, definitely. I was down there getting a couple tickets for me and my cousin to go watch the game against Butler. I want to say it was maybe the Horizon League Championship. It was something that was going on. I went down there, got a couple tickets. He happened to be in the office, the ticket office. I was walking by, saw me getting tickets. And he was like, "Hey, young man, are you coming to the game?" He was very, very, very outwardly, right? "Are you coming to the game?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm actually buying a couple tickets for me and my cousin to come down and watch it, coach." He's like, "Oh, great. We need you guys down there. We need everyone down there. We need you to be loud. We need you to be out there and just supporting the team." I'm like, "Oh, coach, we'll be there." So, "Oh, great. Can't wait to have you there."
Okay.
That goes a long way.
It does.
That kind of connection with the young students. So, Pearl, for all the stuff that he's done, I'm not going to deny anything that he's done. It's kind of shady. The guy knows how to sell his team.
And he knows how to win. I mean,
Auburn
took UW Milwaukee to the Sweet 16.
And Auburn.
I mean, Virginia had Auburn down, 10. I thought, well, this game's just about over. And then they came battling back. So they were a tough team. It's too bad they lost one of their best players.
Yeah, they did. Yes, they
Virginia
did.
maybe caught a break, and they caught a break with the Texas Tech, that kid.
And they caught a break with the non-call.
Well, I mean, sometimes you have to have some good
double
fortune.
drill. It was double dribble.
But that
double
Texas Tech kid, what was his last name? Owens, number 11, who had hurt himself.
The one that turned his ankle, that was nasty.
Yeah.
You can see this on the camera.
Yeah, that's not how he double dribbled.
I really like that guy on Texas Tech. I'm trying to think of his last name, but he made a ton of threes throughout the tournament. Yeah, Mooney.
Yeah, he's
from
tough.
South Dakota State, I think he
was
transferred
tough.
from. He was very good.
That was another game where I thought, okay, Virginia's up 9-10. I was like, they just about got this, and all of a sudden, bam, 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 they hit like 3 threes. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Well, I'll tell you.
How about DeAndre Hunter with a huge 3 from the corner there in the overtime?
And I tell you, Virginia. I kind of laughed a little bit at their first game. They were in Donna Gardner-Webb or whatever. I think in the first half.
14 at one point.
And you got to give them credit. They went from the lowest of the low as a first seed to the highest as a high. So congratulations. I do have all respect in the world for Coach Bennett. All kidding aside, Brett,
he's got a great coach, powerhouse now,
great guy. And no, Wisconsin isn't going to get him. All you dopey dopes out there.
I'm going to say this to Badger fans. Trent, you might disagree. Madison is not a better job than Virginia.
It is not.
Virginia is a better job than Madison.
Yes, it is.
Case closed.
And I'm a big Badger fan, and it hurts me to say that, but it is true, Brett.
He's in the ACC.
True.
He's got a beautiful arena, unbelievable support.
All those players around in that area. Are you kidding me?
I mean, it's a great administration. I mean, he's got everything he needs.
And now with the national championship, he ain't going to hurt for recruiting.
No, well, he didn't hurt. Believe it or not, I think even he helped himself more what happened last year based on how he acted.
Yeah.
The class he exuded and the fact that they embraced it as, that's our story.
Yep.
What did he call it? A painful gift?
Something.
I tell you what,
that's
an example to use from now on. You go out as a laughing stock, and now you're top of the hill.
Oh yeah, and you say, "Yep, we messed up."
Yeah, I remember he told his kids, "This does not define who you are or who we
can you
are in
imagine
any
how
way, shape, or form."
A Jim Boeheim would have handled that last year. He would have been whiny. He would have been cranky.
Bob Huggins.
Yeah, or a Huggins. Tony Bennett handled it the exact right way, and I think he elevated his program even more. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to be of next year. I see they're already ranked pretty high. I see Marquette's like preseason number 2.
Come on.
Preseason number 2 by ESPN.
Sad to say, I think some of you guys may disagree with this. You may agree with it as well, but I think if the Badgers don't make the tournament or make the tournament and get eliminated in the first round again, I think Greg Gard could
look at Trent.
Yeah. Well,
depending on what his contract looks like.
Didn't they go to 2 Final Fours in a row? And you figured, that's going to help recruiting. And what has it done for them? Nothing.
Yeah, all the best players just didn't go to Wisconsin.
They all just went elsewhere.
I don't think the prospects are all that high next season for
They're
Wisconsin.
Not. I saw the Joe Lenardi's bracketology for next year already. They had him as a 9 seed.
9 seed.
Marquette is a number 2 team in the country. Come on, Trent.
Well, it's crazy.
But apparently, I didn't know this. Apparently, there's some guys that couldn't play this year that are now eligible. There must be some transfers. Some they're supposed to be pretty darn good
for Marquette.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
And it depends on what happens with Marcus Howard too. Mm-hmm. You got the Hauser boys back, so it's possible. But number 2 seems a little high. Top 10. Virginia, I think, was 4, but they're going to lose DeAndre Hunter. Probably not Ty Jerome. I think he's looking at being a second-round pick right now, so I bet you he comes back. But they got, other than DeAndre Hunter, they got that and Jack Salt. They got the entire roster back.
Dang.
And I think they have some really high recruits coming in.
Well, let me tell you, we're talking a lot of college basketball and stuff like that. Why? Because there's no prep sports going on right now, Brett. Because Mother Nature is hitting us with the white stuff. We're not going to talk too much about this because, it's a common knowledge here that Wisconsin is very schizophrenic when it comes to its weather.
In April.
But, Brett, again, why does God hate us? Trent, why does God hate us? I'm asking you this, Jim Rosendick. What did we do? Is it the cheese thing?
Could be.
Yeah.
Maybe we maybe it's
we drink too much.
Too much beer consumption.
Yes, that's what it is. I think that's what it is.
It's too much Packers is another religion here. He's
especially when you're used to 80 degrees and sunshine and that desert sun, man.
He's mad. He's like,
it's because of that poorly written Bleacher Report article about Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, there you go.
And Mike McCarthy.
Don't get Ricardo started on that.
Yeah. No, we could talk about that a little next week.
Hey, I want to give a plug. We're less than a month away now for the big high school sports award show, Wisconsin High School Sports Awards, May 8th, Fox City's Performing Arts Center. Red carpet 6 o'clock. Award show at 7. Our guest speaker is, of course, the one and only Michael Phelps. And you can get tickets right now. Please spread the word.
Michael Phelps, he's a swimmer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sportsawards.wisconsinmedia.com. From what I gather, ticket sales are going well right now.
Outstanding.
We just revealed our winter nominees and
Yes.
looking forward to getting some RSVPs. And pretty soon, very soon, Spring and Premier Award nominees will be announced as well. So we got a very busy 4 weeks coming up.
Thank you, Brett,
for
that update. Our varsity roundtable tonight features Kimberly girls soccer players Elsie Twombly and Lexi Huntington. Happy to have the Papermakers on the show. They had a big win over Bayport, the defending Division I state champs.
And Monagle.
last week. Yeah, they took Emma Nagel to town there. We also unveil our topic of the week. It's fantasy draft favorite NBA players of all time. That is Trent in his final show. What do you want to do? Do you want to help pick this? Do you want to be the judge and jury? You tell me what you think you want to do with this. I'm leaving this in your hands, my friend.
I'm liking the idea of me picking as well and doing like what we did. I think it was last week or the last
SNL.
time. Yeah, and all of us picking and maybe putting it on Twitter or whatever.
All right.
You don't want to pick and choose the winner? Why not?
Because you know who I would pick.
What, you don't know?
That would be
make your
cheating,
list, but
like
then all of a sudden,
Virginia.
this is a little better.
Trent, you want the first pick?
I'll take the last pick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can choose. Okay. How about I pick first? We'll go Brett. No, let's go Rosie, then Brett, then
So
Trent.
this is just like we just did an NBA one, didn't we?
Well, that was the best
top
players.
but
Top
now
players.
we're
So this
doing
is our
favorite
favorite?
players.
Favorite players.
And 4 rounds.
Well, I guess my 4 will be probably San Antonio Spurs players then, but yeah, go ahead.
Well, fine. I mean, when you're talking about just including humor and everything, my favorite player of all time, it isn't Jordan. It's Shaq, actually, when it comes to just being funny, entertaining, and an excellent player. Mine's Shaq. I have to go with Shaq.
That's a good pick.
Rosie?
Dennis Rodman.
Okay. There you go. Brett?
Well, I'm not going to say favorite, or
it has to be your favorite.
Oh, my favorite of all time?
Yeah. That's what this is about. Not the best.
Not
your
the
favorite.
best. It could
Your
be
favorite.
You know what? I'm going to, because this is the man that really drew me to the San Antonio
Okay.
Spurs, the Admiral, David Robinson.
Nothing wrong with
It's a
that.
good pick. I like it.
I loved
Okay.
how he stood at attention and stared at the flag during the national anthem.
Okay. Very cool. Trent, you have 2.
Ooh, this is tough. I'm gonna go Kobe #1.
Okay.
And this one may be a little surprising to you guys, but I'm gonna go with Spud Webb.
Okay. Nothing wrong with Spud.
5'7" guy that can dunk in the NBA dunk contest. Gives some props to the short guys in the world.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I like
So-
it.
Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Brett, your second round
I'm going to
pick.
go one of the coolest dudes in NBA history, Dr. J.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
He's awesome.
That guy was smooth.
Okay, Rosie.
Well, let's see. Seeing Brett took my Dr. J. For some reason, I always liked this guy, Moses Malone.
Oh, sure. Atlanta Hawk. Didn't he play for the Bucks too for a year?
Yeah, he did.
He did, yeah. Okay, well, I got to go with Jordan. Shaq and Jordan are pretty much my favorite players of all time, so I'll go with Jordan as my second round pick. But then my number 3, third rounder, Dominique Wilkins.
Yeah, the
Oh,
human
yeah.
highlight reel or human highlight film.
Love that guy. Couldn't play a lick of defense, but a great offensive player. Rosie, your third round pick.
Charles Barkley.
Oh, sure. That's good.
I'm
Love
going to
Barkley.
take the round mound of rebound there.
Brett, your pick.
How about this one? I'm going old school. He had the greatest finger roll in NBA history.
Gervin.
George.
Oh, the Iceman. Yeah.
Gervin,
Ice
number
Gervin.
44.
Didn't he play for the Spurs too?
Yeah, he did.
Man, you and your Spurs. Trent,
Dr. J
third
didn't.
round pick and fourth round pick.
I'm gonna go with Kareem,
Oh, man. Good one. Okay.
and then my final pick. I'm gonna go Vince Carter. Oh man, watching him in the dunk contest for me
Oh, yeah.
was one of my favorite things, and just his longevity in the NBA as
He's
well.
still in the NBA, isn't
Yep.
he?
Yep.
Okay. Brett,
The
if
big-
you say Terry Cummings, I'm going to be like, come on,
He
man.
played for the Spurs, too.
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm going to go with the big fundamental, Tim Duncan.
Oh, sure. Well, that's another Spur.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
I went without one Spur.
Okay. Rosie, your fourth round pick.
I'm going to go with an old buck, Sidney Moncrief.
Hall of Famer now.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Good for him.
Who is the greatest number 4 in Wisconsin sports history? Is it
Finley.
Favre,
Michael Finley.
Molitor, or Moncrief? That'd be a good story, huh?
Yeah.
Finley.
I pitched that years ago to now a former editor. Never happened.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think you should make it happen.
maybe that's why they're former. Oh, boy, so I have the last pick. So anyway, let's go off our picks because I have the final picks. Trent, Kobe, Spud Webb, Kareem, Vince Carter, very nice. Brett, David Robinson, Dr. J, Ice Gervin,
I should've
Duncan, and basically the rest of the all-time Spurs
I should
roster.
have said Tony Bennett.
You just choose a bunch of like fundamentally sound players, and then Dr. J.
I wanted the flair.
He wants a little bit of flair.
What a
Rosie
flair.
had Dennis Rodman, Moses Malone, Barkley, and Sidney
You
Moncrief.
had the bad boys on your team.
He does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should have had Lambeer on there.
Rick Mahorn.
All right. Shaq, Jordan, Dominique Wilkins. Got to go with Magic Johnson.
Yeah, that's good. Magic now no longer with the Lakers.
Yeah.
No longer.
Yeah.
Now he can go back to being Magic Johnson. He
I
said.
saw
So whatever the
whatever.
heck that means. But okay, yeah, I'll put these on Twitter, and folks can weigh in with their options or whatever. Remember, this is our favorite players, not our Not the best, not technically the greatest, just our favorite ones to watch and things like that. So, all right, good stuff. Well, Trent, I guess what? Adios, my friend. Best of luck in everything you do. We'll keep in contact.
He's still going to be here next Wednesday, but
yeah,
he's going to be kind of busy.
If for some reason it opens up, maybe I could hop on the show real quick. But
is there going to be cake, or is anyone ordering?
Someone
Jimmy
better
John's
buy
lunch
cake.
for you
I
on
hope
your last
I hope
day?
something is brought.
Well, they do it for other folks who maybe in our eyes aren't as
and he's a pioneer,
good as Trent, but okay.
He's pioneering the hybrid, producer,
the urgency,
a reporter
position,
thing. That's pioneer, man.
Yeah,
I guess so.
Trailblazer.
I guess so.
Trailblazer.
Portland Trailblazer. By the way, Trent, what did I tell you about the Brewers and their pitching? What did I tell you?
It's still early, Brett.
It's still early, Brett.
No, I'm going to say the bullpen stinks. It stinks. That's going to be their downfall.
We'll see. Jimmy Nelson's supposed to be coming back soon, and same with Jeffress. So
let me wrap it up with this: all that Roger stuff, completely true.
Yeah,
completely, utterly true. I know Ty Dunn. I know Ty Dunn. He has I think that he's fantastic.
How
as a
come
fantastic
tons
writer.
of ex and current players have come out in support?
Because they're all
including Jeff Janis had a huge
because they're all
response.
his toadies.
Jeff Janis isn't his toady.
Well, he wants to be his toady. That's
No.
the thing. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
He's not even
Janis
a
wants to
Packer.
be
He
his
has no
toady.
relationship with the Packers.
Yeah, he wants to be his toady.
Browns will pick him up.
I just know,
Brett.
All I gotta say is
two guys.
All I gotta say
Greg
is
Jennings and Jermichael Finley.
He's thin-skinned, though, is he not?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, I know he's thin-skinned. You want to know how I know he's thin-skinned? My left butt cheek has an imprint of his punch because he couldn't take me. Simply saying,
with you.
Simply saying, can you stop throwing the touchdowns against the Bears?
He was playing with you.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that was a pretty hard punch. I should have sued.
He should have.
I could have gotten millions.
My guess is the truth might be somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and all that, the Mike McCarthy massage stuff, it all happened.
That is bogus.
No, it
There's
had
no
to
way
have happened.
that
Of course, he's
happened.
going to say it didn't happen. He wants to get hired. I completely see that happening.
That would have come out with others then, too.
Yeah,
There's
well,
no
I think it happened. And this is great stuff. And it's got Packer Nation against each other, green and gold against each other. Yes.
He calls Meatball Packer fans. He's being a Meatball Bear fan.
I am a Meatball Bear fan. I am a Meatball Bear fan, no doubt about it. But yeah, we'll talk about this maybe as stuff unfolds next week. Hopefully it does.
The most strangest thing came when I'm reading that article, and then he's talking about McCarthy getting massages in during these.
The visual
team
image
meetings.
was disgusting.
The only visual that popped into my head was from Seinfeld when George had
yeah.
that one photo.
Yeah, he
And
pulled
I'm
down
like-
his pants. Ooh.
I'm like, oh my god, why is this photo in my?
I just
But
saw that
let,
one
let
not
me
too
tell you
long
this
ago.
though, when you guys read that, it was like 8,000 words.
It was.
When you read that,
Took me a while.
you were engrossed, weren't you?
I
read that on the plane, by the way.
I read it after a while. I was like, "Can we wrap up this article?"
Oh,
here?
no, you
Can we
weren't.
wrap this up.
You're like,
it's
oh,
getting
let me
a
see
little
more.
Long. It's getting
Come
a
on,
little long.
Rosie, you loved it. It was engrossing.
think
Oh,
there's-
yeah, I read the whole thing.
Trent.
I actually had to read it twice because I felt like I was missing something
Yeah.
at certain parts.
But I did wonder why he had so many unnamed sources in it.
Yeah.
And I realized,
Yeah,
well, he's not working
This isn't
for
a matter
I don't
matter
like
of
it.
national security.
No,
for
no,
crying
no.
out loud.
You know how anonymous sources gotta go. You gotta clear it with your editors, all that kind of stuff. So that doesn't bother me at all. These players are probably still in the league. You don't want to ruffle feathers that way, yeah, well, I think it's all true. But hey, I'm a Meatball Bear fan.
I'm gonna say it's not all true, but
Okay.
who knows?
Yeah, either way, hopefully this is a developing thing because I love it when there's drama at 1265
It'll be
Lombardi.
developing because they have a new coaching staff now.
Oh wait, it's 1265 Lambeau?
Lombardi.
Lombardi, whatever.
Fine.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter with
Doesn't
you.
matter. All right, everyone. Thank you again for tuning in to our episode of the R&B Show. Again, we say, Trent, thank you so much for your contribution, my friend.
Thank you,
We're gonna
guys.
miss you.
You'll be
All
missed.
right, let's take it out.
I think I hit it.